New this morning. If you remember 1 year ago, the Yakima Police Department and other agencies around the city of Yakima formed a domestic violence coalition to help strategize solutions within domestic violence cases. And Sophia Lesseos tells us what progress it has made 1 year later. Good morning, Sophia. What'd you find out?
Good morning, Jessica. Well, Yakima Police Department tell me that the number of domestic violence cases YPD is tracking is slightly lower than it was last year, but that doesn't mean that domestic violence has been going down. Officers tell me it's just too early to tell.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to get started.
Domestic violence is something that should not be taken lightly, and the Yakima police officers tell me they definitely don't, especially with all the data they've collected within the past year.
When somebody tries to leave one of those relationships, it's the most lethal time of the relationship.
Last year, Yakima Police Department, YWCA, Triumph Rehabilitation Center, Yakima School District, and many other agencies across the city came together to form the Domestic Violence Coalition.
Every morning at 8:15, a collaborative group comes together.
We have 4 new cases.
Whether both from the police, prosecutors, probation, social workers, and advocacy, and they talk about yesterday's cases.
By being fully transparent with what detectives are seeing out in the field, schools are seeing in the classrooms, and social workers are seeing in their studies, cases are now working much quicker within the prosecutor's office.
Within 24 hours of that offense happening, under the old system, it might have taken weeks or months for that information to get back to the courts. So we try very hard to keep everybody in the loop.
Working as a team, YPD tells me they are seeing a difference in the way cases are handled.
We have multiple sets of eyes offering different, a variety of services.
We don't want to drive people one or the other. Domestic violence is about power and control. And so what we want to do is reinvest that power and control into the victims and survivors. Let them make the choice.
The choice to pick where they want to go if they choose to seek help.
And the reality is we're coming out of a significant pandemic that lasted a couple of years, and we don't quite understand what impact that had on domestic violence other than presumably it increased it.
This does not mean because of the coalition domestic violence in Yakima City has gone down. It means there's more support.
Really talking about what each of us are seeing, what people are experiencing, and then strategizing together to find some solutions.
The coalition's goal is simple:
to stop the violence in this community that occurs within the silence of homes.
Lieutenant Denise tells me what really makes a difference to tell if domestic violence is going down is the violence aspect of it. Now, right now, they haven't seen any cases of people getting harmed going down, but many of those officers have been trained to spot more of those injuries out in the field. Now, you can read more about the differences of agencies participating and what different strategies YPD has put in place for this coalition on our website at nbcrightnow.com. Jessica?